Welcome to Pishi Bomba. My name is Claire Karatu. If you're joining us for the very first time, welcome to the show that brings you easy, delicious recipes. That's right, we invite you to the pneumatic kitchen and we teach you how to make absolutely anything you request. And I mean anything. If you've always wanted to know how to taste something or how something is made, just ask us and we'll invite you here and show you. And of course, we do go also into the restaurant scene in Nairobi and across Kenya. And we get to see some of the food that we get served in the kitchens that have the restaurants in our country, okay? Now let's jump into what we're making today and who's joining us on set. Now, before we get into our ingredients, let's welcome our very special guest. Mushina, please welcome to the show. Hi, how are you?
Hi.
My hands are wet, but welcome to Pishi Bomba.
Thank you so much.
Please let our viewers, if they don't already know who you are and what we're making today or what you wanted us to make today.
Nice. So I'm Mushina Malomba. I'm a travel content creator. And today we are making ugali, sukuma, and beef stew.
His requests. And I'm telling you, the producer tried to get him to make something else and he refused. So Mushina, please go ahead and wash your hands and then we'll go through the ingredients. Now, if this is a meal that you like to enjoy in your very home, how do you make it? What do you use to make sure that it stands out from everyone else's meat and ugali? Now, we have pre-boiled our meat, so I'm going to take you through our ingredients as you tell us a little bit more about what you do and what entails travel vlogging, right? Content creation.
Yes.
Now, I'm going to take you through our ingredients.
Okay.
We've got some beef that we've pre-boiled because he said he likes to boil his beef beforehand. We've got some nyanya that we've basically blanched and peeled, just the peel out and then cut it.
Okay.
We've got some pepper, salt, cubes, garlic and ginger, some pilipili, jumesema unaweza kula pilipili kidogo tu, si ndio? Dania, some hoho, paste, tomato paste, unga ya ugali, sukuma as you requested, and onions. Imagine just that. All right, now I am going to adorn you. In an apron. There you go.
Thank you.
And as you know it here in Pishi Bomba, you live knowing how to make what we're making. But you said you make this before, don't you?
Yeah.
All right, so please come to this side. I'm going to leave this little mwiko there for you. And we're going to start off with quite an amount of oil. Nam. Oil is flavor in food. And of course, the first thing we're going to start with is our beef. We're going to make a simple sort of dry wet fry, not too wet, so that you can be able to just get a lot of nice gravy. All right, now just so that you can be able to see him clear, we're just going to let you have a seat.
All right.
Have you ever cooked when you're sitting?
No.
Please watch your face, the oil splatters, okay?
Real.
And I'm going to ask you to add just half the portion of that onions just straight in there.
Okay.
I'll help you. That's okay.
Fine.
Perfect. Thank you. Give that a lovely mix. And you want to sort of just get it translucent. You don't have to brown it. It's just to soften it, because a lot of people tend to brown, always brown. You don't have to always brown. Translucent is fine. And you'll still get the sweetness. Our red onions are quite sweet, so you'll still get the sweetness that you need from it, yeah? Perfect. We're gonna let that just cook through. That looks good. And I think at this point, I would like to add our beef.
Okay.
Just to get that nice coating outside. You can give that a mix. I'm going to increase the heat. I like to cook this at high heat just so that everything can sort of cook real. It's like a fry, like a quick fry, yeah? So we're gonna let that go for a bit. And then we're going to incorporate some of our aromatics, some of our seasonings, and of course now the nyanya, right? So we're just gonna let that go until the water completely reduces. And then we're going to go in with the rest of the things. Okay, so I'm going to move this, and then maybe what we can do is, as that's going, please let me have that second pan right there. And we are going to begin to heat this for our sukuma. So we have our meat going, our sukuma, and then of course we finish it off with the sima.
Yeah.
That's the first thing. Now let me ask you, first of all, please, as the meat is going, please tell us about this travel journey that you've gotten into, and why travel is fun.
Yeah.
But why travel for you? Yeah.
So I've always loved traveling. I was in media. I was a radio presenter, but then I quit my job to just do this fully because I really enjoy it.
Yes.
So I'm trying to see if this can be a full-time thing for me. and also if I'm going to make money out of it. So I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
It's fun.
I know, because you get to experience so many new places and new cultures.
And food.
I was speaking, and there is nothing as beautiful as experiencing food out there, especially in the world.
For sure.
You get to learn. I feel like food is such an international language, and you even get to learn more about the culture through the food,
true.
right?
That's true.
All right. Well, I have the meat going. I'm going to begin. But can you imagine somehow, with all the food you've interacted with, somehow it still comes back home to some ugali, nyama, and sukuma. All right, now we're gonna add some oil straight in there. I'm going to add our, please go ahead and add our onions. Just let me clear that for you. And with sukuma wiki, you literally want it for just a few seconds, like
I don't know
minutes.
how to cook sukuma, by the way.
Huh?
I don't know how to do it well. For some reason, it doesn't taste as good.
What do you
Every
mean?
single time I cook sukuma, it doesn't taste as good.
What doesn't taste good? What
I don't
do you
know.
mean?
Maybe I make it. I leave it for long.
Okay.
So it tastes like it's been boiled.
Right.
Yeah.
So the secret is high heat.
Okay.
Don't lower your heat. Just leave the heat nice and high on. In fact, even this, I like to just make my onions a bit translucent, not brown, because it continues to cook in the high heat as you mix it. And then slowly just begin to incorporate your sukuma and give that a mix. High heat. A few minutes is all you need. You want to maintain the crunch of the sukuma wiki, which maintains also the vitamins and the nutrients that you have in here. And that's about it, because a lot of people tend to cover, let it sit there. I mean, you can. It works. But just a simple fry is all you need for that good crunchy. How long? It depends on the amount of sukuma and your pan as well, and the heat, okay? So, in fact, let me leave this at low heat so that you can give that a bit of a mix so that you can learn how to make it, okay? I'm not even going to, while our meat is reducing, the tomato is reducing, I'll make you make this, okay? So I'm going to turn that off so that you leave here knowing how to make sukuma wiki. Tafadhali, please, kindly, okay? All right, now that looks quite good. And what I like to do now is just season our meat, because a lot of people, we did pre-boil this with a little bit of salt, but I also want our meat to be flavorful. I don't want it to be bland. So we're just gonna add a small amount of salt, and then we're gonna add a small amount of black pepper, okay? This is optional, but I just like black pepper on meat. All right, give that a lovely mix. Let that go for a bit. We have a very different way of doing this. I'm gonna ask you to create a well in between the meat. Okay. So just a whole space so that we can get to the frying part.
Like that?
Perfect. Okay. And what I like to do is add about 3 tablespoons of tomato paste just straight in there. And what you want to do is you want to fry your tomato paste in the oil so that it sort of cooks perfectly. You can go ahead and add just one more. Okay. Not a must, but I like it nice and pasty. Perfect. All right. And I've created, so you can see it's frying directly on the pan. Yeah. Optional, it's not a must, it's just mastairo. Okay? And now what we're going to do, let me get another spoon, is I'm going to ask you to add a portion of the garlic and ginger on the oil as well, so that it fries it as it goes. So straight on the oil, just add a bit more of the garlic ginger on top. This ginger, no, just so this ginger right on top. Yeah, perfect. So we've added ginger and garlic.
Garlic, yes.
All right, now I'm gonna ask you to lightly just fry, not mix everything, just that. Exactly. So just begin to sort of mix the garlic and the tomato paste in there. And what that does is you haven't cooked away or you haven't fried the aromatics. So it's just going to slowly incorporate the flavor into the sauce rather than it completely disappearing once you fry it, okay? So as you go, you begin to smell the ginger and the garlic cooking through. And then also you won't get your garlic bitter. Because sometimes people fry the garlic and to almost a crisp. It's popular in Indian cuisine, but sometimes it can make the garlic slightly bitter. All right, now you can completely incorporate that as it goes. Now, this is a very simple step to making sure that you have a very rich base sauce. Not too runny, not too watery, and very, very flavorful as well.
Love it.
We're gonna let that go. Again, you can see everything is on high heat because we want it to cook, just cook real fast, right?
Okay.
All right, now I'm going to add a bit of salt later, but at this point is where I'll ask you to crush just 2 cubes straight in there, just so that we can cook some of that spices. You don't need much in your beef fry, right? The less is best, in my opinion. Literally, other than the black pepper and the cubes, I don't add anything else, okay? So you can give that a mix. Can you begin to sort of smell?
Yeah,
exactly.
It already smells really
So you're not
good.
just burning all the aroma of the garlic. You're letting it slowly infuse, even in the meat, okay? We can add just 1 more cube, please. And then we're gonna do the last part and let that sort of cook in its own stew. Please go ahead and add the tomato. Sorry. Right in there. Okay, perfect. All right, please give that a mix. And at this point, you're gonna season it with a bit of salt, a little bit of black pepper. I'm going to split open just one, not open halfway so it's not too hot. I'm just gonna cut it like this so that you just get just a little bit of heat, okay? We're gonna add just one because you said you like a little bit, isn't it? Now, depending on, go ahead, you can just, actually you can put this last so that it's not too hot.
Okay.
So just add a bit of salt, just very little because we've put some cubes which are seasoned with salt. That's okay. That's okay. Give that a mix. Now, if you have blended carrots, you can add that in there to add a bit of sweetness. However, if you don't mind a teaspoon of sugar, trust me on this. Trust me on this. Trust me on this. It cuts the acidity of the tomato and it balances the flavor as well. All right, now I've gotten a teaspoon of sugar. I know, just
I believe you.
You believe me? Okay, just a bit. I do not a pinch.
Oh, like the whole of it?
No, not the whole of it. Half a teaspoon will do.
Okay.
Just straight on there, and then give that a mix.
This is so new to me.
It is to a lot of people. They're like, Claire, you're always adding sugar. Why? And we're gonna let that go. Okay. And what I'm gonna do is I am going to add just a literal 1/4 cup of water.
Okay.
If you have the water that you boiled the meat with, it would be best, okay?
Yeah.
This is just to help add just a little bit of moisture to that sauce as it cooks through. Sorry. And we're going to reduce the heat at this point, okay? I'm gonna give that one last, once, okay. And then we're gonna cover this. All right, like I said, high heat, and he's leaving here having known how to make sukuma. So finally, so I'm gonna ask you to slowly add in your sukuma. Okay. Now it does shrink, so don't worry about the portion.
Yeah.
You know that part.
That's the only part I know.
All right, so we're gonna add this to the high heat, season it with a little bit of salt, and then just begin to mix that up, and that's it.
Do you season it with salt like while it's at this, or you wait for it to shrink?
You can wait for it to shrink, but I like it like this so that the water ambayo inatoa inaingia and it flavors the sukuma itself. So at this point, but you need to be very careful because it's very easy to over season.
Yeah, because when you look at it,
you think like you need a lot. So you literally just want to put a pinch, and then once it's getting ready, then you can taste it. Yeah, that's perfect. Perfect. So let me just do the seasoning for you if that's okay.
Yeah.
You just want a literal pinch. That's it. Okay, but I know I need a little bit more, so I'm gonna add just a little bit more.
All right.
And then give that a mix. So let me give you this mwiko.
Okay.
Slowly begin to just twist and turn until we get it nice and reduced. It will release its own water. That's why I need it to be on high heat so that that water sort of dries. You don't want to boil like you said.
Yeah.
And then you retain the crunch, and it's just absolutely delicious. Now, I love this meal. I also was trying to suggest you to have it with like kidney, and you did. The producer asked you.
About kidney.
Yeah, like you're like, I'm not had kidney. I don't want it. Would you be
I just
open?
love beef.
You just love beef.
Yeah, I think
Fair
so.
enough. Fair enough. All right, now we're gonna wait for that to sort of just go and get ready. But you see already the color is beginning to
It's
change.
changed,
It's
yeah.
so fast.
Yeah.
It's so fast.
You don't wait for the onions to turn golden brown?
No,
Oh, you don't need to.
you don't need to. You can if you'd like to, but I just like the crunch maintained all through. So the crunch, the texture of the onions to remain crunchy, the texture of the sukuma to remain. And as it cooks also, the onions continue to cook through.
Okay.
So they will soften at some point, right? See, that's just, you're doing such a fantastic job. Well done.
I wanted to be a chef, so.
Really?
Yeah.
What happened? You can still be a chef.
No, I realize I'm just good at eating, not cooking. You can tell by my big stomach.
Not at all. Not at all. So in this journey, when it
Yeah.
comes to traveling, I know that there's a lot of places that Kenyans don't get to experience. What would you tell somebody who hasn't fully taken in and soaked in our culture once they travel here, or even those who live here already, like us?
Yeah. So first of all, I think I really love traveling around Kenya.
Okay.
Because I get to see so many cultures that we get to just learn from the, from the books or we see on the TV. Just to get to experience like the cultures at the coast or the Maasai. It's really, really amazing. And it's good to travel because first of all, I'm a solo traveler, so it builds your confidence. Just getting to travel by yourself, it really builds your confidence, and you get to experience, like I love Costa Rican food.
Oh,
so
yeah.
it gets to experience like amazing food from, different cultures.
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
So I hear a lot of food. You're a foodie.
Yeah, I am.
I can hear it in everything. So just keep mixing that to make sure that we have that going. And you can see we've not done anything. Haijatoa maji yake. High heat is how we're doing it. It's going to maintain the crunch and it's just going to be absolutely delicious, okay?
Love it.
So as you're doing that, I'm going to check on our beef stew. How quick is that?
This is really quick and
Right?
easy.
And easy. All right. All right, now we are going to finish this off. Our beef is nice and sizzling. Our sukuma is pretty much done, by the
Yeah.
way. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Now you want to make ugali. Now our water, I'm not helping you. See, now this is your area. You do it. You do the ugali. Okay, so we have our stew, which we said we don't want it too watery, okay?
Yeah.
The tomatoes have completely reduced, which is what we're looking for. And we're going to let that go for just a bit. But before that, I don't know if you like hoho. There's somebody who's...
do.
You do? Okay, so we
Yeah.
still wanted to maintain a bit of the crunch. So we're going to put it in at this point, which you can put it in before, just to give it a bit of a fry. But I want to add it at this point, just a bit, to add that crunch element. We're going to give that a mix.
That looks really good.
No, you did this. It's not me. And then I'm going to ask you to please get the dania.
All right.
And we're going to pop that also in there.
Love.
A nice sprinkle. This is the last finishing touches, just
Yeah.
to make sure we have that lovely sort of wet fry going on there. I'm going to increase the heat just so that we can continue to reduce that. You don't like it too runny, do you?
No.
Okay.
Just like wet fry.
Okay, perfect. We're going to increase the heat just to make sure that cooks through. And then the last thing we're going to add is the chili, right?
yeah.
Now our ugali water is ready. Please go ahead and grab a bit of the flour. I can be mixing for you as you pour. Okay. Go ahead. And then just incorporate that into our, well done.
It's fine.
No.
I continue.
Yes. We need more of the unga in there. Is it heavy? Sorry, let me help you.
It's perfect.
Is it? That's, keep going. Just a bit more. Perfect. Otherwise we'll have super dry. I don't even know why I'm doing this. This is quite hot, so be careful. Please go ahead and give that a mix. I'm going to also just make sure that our wet fry is going perfectly there. And at this point is where I'm going to add our chili. You said you like it slightly spicy, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just half.
Just?
Oh, half. Oh, you've done.
I put the whole thing. Okay, so I can put half. Let me remove the first half. I'll remove the first half that has a lot more seeds that will make it a lot more spicy.
Okay.
All right, now our wet fry is pretty much done. Our ugali is going on there for just a bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to clear this area.
Yeah.
Then we'll get to plating and tasting.
Yes.
Now, if there's somebody that wants to get into the vlogging space, especially with the travel content, I always like to ask what piece of advice you'd be able to give them, especially if they're just starting off, thinking of quitting, you know, what don'ts and do's would you tell them to do?
I think it sounds very cliche, but don't give up. Because like when you start, especially with the content creation, you don't necessarily get clients immediately, but then when you be consistent and you don't give up, you start seeing clients coming in.
Okay.
So that's what I did. At least and I think because I'm also passionate about traveling,
right,
I just didn't stop. I was doing it for the love of it.
Yeah.
And so far so good.
Well done. And well done. I love to see it.
Yeah.
All right, now our food is pretty much done. I'm actually going to just turn this off. It's pretty much done. We're going to serve in just a bit. Your ugali is also almost done, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And there we have it. You have made yourself some sukuma, some ugali, and now you know how to make sukuma.
Yeah.
You see, there's no water that's come out.
I know.
Yeah.
This is good.
Yeah.
I've learned a bit from, especially the sukuma making, and also the beef. The way it has come out, it's really nice. I love it. I love that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Please go ahead and give this a try. Be careful; it's quite hot. Oh, you're used to it.
Yeah.
In fact, there's no.
Man.
I know. Then enjoy yourself. In fact, I was like, that ugali made me small. It's small, isn't it? That's fine. A little bit of the skuma and a little bit of the nyama as well.
Okay.
Oh wow, that actually looks quite good.
It does. Let's see.
That you made. Is it good?
Wow.
No, you made this, so tell yourself wow.
That was so good.
The
beef stew, yeah, and also it's a bit crunchy.
Yes.
So good.
You need to maintain the crunch. And it's so easy to make. How fast was that?
Yeah, quite fast, yeah.
No, I'm going to let him dig in.
Good.
Thank you. I'm going to let him dig into that. And thank you so much for showing up today and just being patient with us.
Thank you so much.
Enjoy, continue making ugali. And to you, our viewers as well, thank you so much for tuning in. Please let them know how they can be able to tune in to your vlogs. Please.
I'm so busy eating.
Yeah.
You can get me on Mushina Malomba, both on Instagram or TikTok, or even YouTube, Mushina Malomba.
Oh yeah, you do not want to miss on that content. Trust me. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
and of
much.
course, a big thank you to the Pneumatic team for having us in the kitchen. That's it for today here on Pishi Bomba. Happy cooking. Bye. Did we spill the water? I hope not. Tumemwaka maji? Eh. Okay. Just that, lakini sioni mafuta. So let me just get some oil and then we can start. Okay. Mafuta iko wapi jameni Brenda? Mafuta nishapata. Well done. Ni sawa. Mulitia wapi kwenye chapati? Tutatengeneza hii. Chukueni ya chapo tu.